In a world that often told them to stay quiet, these artists sang louder. Through heartbreak, hope, and honesty, they broke barriers and redefined what it means to be a star. This isn't just a list, it's a celebration of 10 proud, powerful voices that made music more human, more honest, and more free. Lil Nas X is what happens when talent, authenticity, and fearless marketing collide. But beyond the viral dances and meme mastery is a young black gay man who took enormous risks to live truthfully and succeeded. When Montero, Call Me By Your Name dropped, he didn't just push boundaries, he blew them up. With unapologetic sexuality, biblical symbolism, and provocations that forced conversation, he became a cultural force. His visibility is about more than fame, it's about freedom, especially for black queer youth who rarely see themselves in mainstream stardom. Troye Sivan emerged quietly but powerfully, first as a YouTube personality, then as an actor, and finally as one of the most emotionally resonant pop singers of his generation. His music doesn't sensationalize queer experience, it normalizes it, and that's its power. Whether he's singing about crushes, youth, lust, rush, or heartbreak, the good side, he does so without hesitation or disguise. In a world full of noise, Troy's honesty is a melody of quiet strength. Sam Smith's voice feels almost supernatural, haunting, powerful, achingly pure. But behind that celestial sound is a deeply human story of identity, struggle, and healing. They first came out as gay, then later as non-binary, using their platform not just to sing, but to speak about dysphoria, about being misunderstood, about joy, too, the joy of living freely, authentically, without apology. In an industry obsessed with image, Sam breaks binaries, musically and visually. Their fashion is fluid. Their videos challenge gender norms. Their lyrics spill over with feeling, depth, and vulnerability. Sam Smith isn't just adding dimension to pop music. They're reminding us that identity isn't a trend, it's a truth. And living that truth out loud is a radical act of self-love. There's no LGBTQ+ music timeline that doesn't lead back to Elton John. He didn't just break the mold, he bedazzled it, set it on fire, and turned it into a legacy. He came out in the late 80s during the height of AIDS stigma and homophobia. Many thought it would ruin him. Instead, he became bigger than ever, an enduring superstar who never watered himself down. Elton gave us sequined suits, stadium anthems, and the courage to be bold. Offstage, his Elton John AIDS Foundation has raised hundreds of millions to fight HIV/AIDS, changing lives across the globe. He wasn't the first gay artist, but he was the first to become a superstar and stay one, while being loudly, proudly himself. Elton John didn't just survive, he soared. He's not just a pop icon, he's a one-man revolution, and the glitter-covered godfather of queer music. Long before gender-fluid fashion hit the red carpet, Adam Lambert was on national television in full glam. Eyeliner, leather, glitter, and unapologetic high notes. He didn't just sing, he roared, all while dismantling tired ideas about what a male rock star was supposed to look like. Coming out as gay during American Idol wasn't just bold, it was unheard of. Reality TV at the time wasn't exactly known for embracing queer visibility. But Adam didn't wait for permission. He showed up as his whole self, and when the world wasn't ready, he pushed forward anyway. His solo career thrived with hits like What Do You Want From Me, but his biggest full-circle moment came when he became the frontman for Queen. Suddenly, the legacy of Freddie Mercury, a queer icon silenced too soon, was being honored by another openly gay performer, loud and proud on global stages. Adam Lambert isn't a novelty act. He's a modern-day rock legend, rewriting the rules and looking fabulous while doing it. In a music industry that's still dominated by heteronormative narratives, Hayley Kiyoko didn't just carve out space, she claimed it with pride. Her songs didn't dance around pronouns, they didn't leave things open to interpretation. Hayley told the truth, girl loves girl, full stop, and the world responded. Fans dubbed her Lesbian Jesus, not just as a meme, but as a symbol of someone who made them feel seen, perhaps for the first time. queer women especially, found a pop artist who didn't ask them to decode lyrics or live between the lines. But beyond the nicknames and internet fame is a visionary artist. Haley writes, directs, performs, and advocates. She's intentional about her platform, her stories, and her role as a visible lesbian woman in music. She isn't just making bangers, she's building a legacy, and for so many, a lifeline. Kalani's path to stardom wasn't paved in gold, it was forged in fire. From facing homelessness as a teen to navigating the music industry as a queer, non-binary artist of color, they've lived through storms and somehow still shine like the sun. Their music blends R&B, pop, neo-soul, and raw emotion. It doesn't flinch away from the hard stuff: mental health, identity, sexuality, parenthood, healing. Kalani sings not just to entertain, but to survive. And in doing so, they've become a voice for those living at the intersections of struggle and self-discovery. They're open about their queerness, their journey with gender, and their love for their daughter. And all of that makes its way into their lyrics. Their art isn't polished to perfection. It's lived in, vulnerable, and real. Kalani doesn't romanticize pain. They reclaim it. And in that reclamation, they offer others permission to do the same. Frank Ocean's artistry doesn't scream. It whispers, seduces, confesses. His 2012 Tumblr letter, in which he described a past love for a man, felt like a private journal entry accidentally left open for the world to see. But it was intentional, and it was groundbreaking. That letter, and the album Channel Orange, did something revolutionary. It put queer vulnerability at the center of a genre historically dominated by hypermasculinity. His follow-up, Blonde, felt like a dreamscape of intimacy and existential longing. He doesn't label himself loudly, he simply exists, fluidly and fully. Frank Ocean didn't just come out, he changed the rules. In genres like country, folk, and Americana, where tradition often leaves little room for queerness, Brandy Carlisle stands tall as a rebel with heart. She doesn't fit the mold. She remakes it. Her voice is a force. Gritty yet angelic, haunting yet warm. Her songs feel like diary entries read under starlight, deeply personal, fiercely human. And as an out lesbian in a conservative space, her very presence is revolutionary. But Brandy isn't just here to sing, she's here to serve. From organizing benefit concerts to championing other queer and female artists, she's a mentor, an activist, and a beacon. Her art reflects her truth, and her truth reflects her courage. In Brandy's world, authenticity is everything, and that's exactly what makes her music so damn powerful. Back in the 90s, being openly gay in rock wasn't just risky, it was radical. Melissa Etheridge knew that, and still, she came out in 1993, proud and unflinching. She didn't wait for society to catch up, she blazed ahead. With that signature raspy voice and soul-bearing lyrics, Melissa became the icon queer women needed. She didn't play the pronoun game or sugarcoat her stories. She wrote about real love, messy, raw, intense, and she sang it loud. She broke down doors not just for herself, but for a generation of queer fans and artists who no longer had to feel invisible. Her legacy isn't just musical, it's cultural. Melissa Etheridge didn't just walk so others could run. She kicked the damn door open and invited us all inside.